Hey Leo, Ali from Indigo Ascension. Welcome to your August monthly reading. If this is your first time here, please do go ahead and check out the description box below. We are going to find information about the work that I do as an intuitive energy healer and reader on my Facebook page, as well as my website address. Now, I also have an Instagram page, and only on Instagram you will have the quick reads, which are brief 5-minute videos each week for all of the zodiacs to check in to see what potential energies might be crossing your path. But this is your overview for August. I like to start all monthly readings with what I call a cosmic compass overview, which is a snapshot of the current retrogrades and planetary placements in play that might be relevant to you. So we are smack bang in the middle of retrograde season. We will see, next month there'll be 7 planets in retrograde, okay, as we close off your birthday season and welcome Virgos. But we kicked off the start of the month with a full moon in Aquarius, and that is the perfect entree, if you like, to welcome in Uranus going retrograde halfway through the month. So this is that higher view. This is also that eclectic, it's the energy where we give ourselves permission to be ourselves, regardless of what's going on, or regardless of what beliefs we've grown up in, which is primarily the energy that the retrogrades have been promising all of the zodiacs, okay? So with Saturn, Jupiter, Pluto, Neptune, what else? We've had Venus, we will have Mars, we had Mercury, and a lot of those planetary energies, like collectively, all together, were about really going through the timeline and seeing how far we have come, what lessons we have learned when it comes to our soul path wisdoms, what beliefs we've been grown up in, which ones we now want to create for self, There's a lot of deep healing and activations going on, and you can apply that practically, you can apply that spiritually. It's unique to the individual, but Uranus enters the picture and asks us. That's great, Leo. Thanks for giving me your overview of what you'd like to achieve based on everything you've learned and the wisdoms you've gained in your journey, but what are you going to do about it? So it's essentially this action energy, I like to refer to it as, and that's purely because Mars is in the background as well, very prominently too. There's this action energy, that there's this invitation to be self, okay? The beautiful gift of Uranus, he is himself, no matter where he goes, no matter how much change happens around him, no matter what environment he finds himself in. He is truly free to be himself. And how much has our society, genuinely embraced and taught us that it is safe to be self? There is this underlying energy of going along with mainstream, going along with the crowd, whatever the case may be. As much as we talk and we raise these issues about being an individual and being unique, how much does our society genuinely honor that? So we're going to feel this restrictive energy. We're going to feel this deeper desire, this deeper pull towards a unique path, whether that's separate from what you've been doing, whether that's separate from what you've been doing your whole life, okay? The part of you that makes you feel like you are different, the part of you that has made you feel like you've had to hide that in some way or another. And many Aquarians are going to know what this is all about. We're really moving towards this age of Aquarius in beautiful and bold leaps and bounds, and it can feel uncomfortable because we're coming out of this Capricorn influence of structures, rules, old ways of doing things, and going against the status quo is quite it's an interesting push-pull energy, and we're going to experience that as frustration. We're going to experience that as a deep lethargy. We're going to experience that as anger. We're going to experience that as procrastination. Take it however it resonates. It's unique for us all. So let's take a look and see what energies might be permeating within and around you this month, Leo, as you have been, I feel in many ways, the readings I've been doing for Leos during your birthday season has been a very cathartic process. Your birthday season, as much as you probably have celebrated and whatnot, there's been a deep healing theme to a lot of the Leo readings that I've been doing. So maybe that is still happening for you in many ways. Underneath the deck, underneath the tarot cards, I've got the Ten of Wands, and underneath the energy cards, I've got patience. there's this patience, you know, maybe you're experiencing some frustration or a desire to sort of knuckle down on some level, or felt like you had to push through recent weeks, okay? So as July closed out, there's this burden of energy that you're carrying, whether that is a responsibility, whether that is doing things an old way, whether that is your beliefs, the responsibilities of your 9-to-5 grind. Take it however it resonates. I feel like you could be quite practically working towards that time off, that break, that I'm just doing this to get me to here, whether you're crunching funds and saving for a deposit for a house. Take it however it resonates. And in this process, you might be really experiencing this push-pull energy. I was going to call you Virgo. Maybe you're dealing with a Virgo. You might be experiencing this push-pull energy, Leo, because there's this reminder, a constant reminder of patience. And also the opposite of that is a temptation. We're getting frustrated, we're getting angry because the results aren't quite here. Like, this is what you're wanting, this sense of peace, this sense of coming home, this sense of emotional equilibrium, okay? In self, in routine, in the place you live, in what you do for your 9-to-5. Take it however it resonates. But I feel like where we're at in this point in the timeline, and the energy that August offers you, is just an increased highlight of the things that can be let go. Okay, so that probably will look like it's frustrating and it's annoying, and it's going to remind you to dip back into patience. But it'd be interesting to see what other energy cards, because if I kept going underneath the deck, you've been very disciplined through some adverse times. And adversity doesn't have to be, you know, shitstorms. It can be just challenging times where you're, you know, it's this not, I keep feeling like this 9-to-5 thing, like you're just doing it for the meantime. Take that however it resonates. You're having second guesses about your daily routine. This could certainly apply to a relationship, okay, or wanting to come into more beautiful, peaceful waters within the relationship you have at home, okay, the relationship you have with those that are most important to you. But I feel like where you're at, your mindset is in this carrying this load. So I do want to ask, what is it that you're carrying that you could probably let go of in the month of August? Today is Lionsgate. Very much embodying your energy, your life force, the power of the sun. All right, in the past, you've had the trust card show up. Currently, you've got the blame card, and in the future, there is grief. It's actually quite naturally explaining what I've just talked about. It's this identifying who belongs to this energy, this load I'm carrying, this frustration. Where is it coming from? This deeper stuff that's going on, where you're sort of not happy with the 9-to-5 on some level. Have you had enough time for self? Have you had enough time doing the things you love? Because I feel like there's a very strong sense of responsibility here, and it might be permeating for you this month. So the key, like, I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. Maybe there are niggling hunches, intuitions, feelings, desires that you have pushed down because of your everyday responsibilities on some level. August might, like I said, it might highlight this for you on some level, and that might come out as a frustrated explosion. That might come out as, God, I'm just done. I need to, you know, so just notice how the energy moves and flows through you, because there's something here that's been calling. Because in the middle of the month, you're going to be able to identify exactly what that is, okay? Whether it, identifying exactly what it is that you need to let go of, identifying exactly what it is that you truly need. You know, it's this separation and division between what I should be doing and what I want to be doing, and I get it. If we want to live the lifestyles we're living, despite what yours looks like compared to the next person, we have to be ready to carry the responsibility that comes with that. If I want to own a home, I'm going to have to be able to fund that somehow. And more often than not, 9 times out of 10, that's going to look like a full-time job and a secure salary, okay? Or maybe it's a big chunk of money out of your savings account. Whatever the case may be, everyone's circumstances are different. There's this inner calling that you're experiencing this month that you are suppressing, and you have been suppressing probably since Cancer season, is what I do want to say. Maybe it's got something to do with the responsibilities of home. Maybe it's got something to do within the family dynamics. Maybe it's got something to do with the 2 eyes, the 4 walls, and the 2 arms you call home, and not being able to spend as much time doing the things you love, the things that feel like your home, the things that give you life force, Leo. All right, because you're overburdened with responsibilities. And there's going to be something here that needs to end. And there's also going to be an opportunity where you can see yourself, your opportunities, your challenges in a whole new way during August, all right? But there's an ending here. But you're not able to yet identify it, not this early in the month. I feel like this is more so by the last week, okay? Within the first 9 days, you might even notice this. God, I don't even get to do all the fun stuff everyone else is doing. I really haven't had time to do stuff that I genuinely love because I'm so busy working. I'm so busy doing things for other people. I'm so busy doing and meeting everyone else's needs. What about me? Take that however it resonates, whether you're a parent, whether you're overburdened with work responsibilities, haven't had a break for a while. You can really nut this down into something a lot more practical. For the first 9 days of August, you're probably going to be like, I wish I could do do more things that genuinely make me feel, that life's going good. When's the last time you were able to press pause, Leo, and say life's going good? Okay, there's a beautiful opportunity, and I'm certainly connecting into Leos that will be experiencing this, yes, but the stronger frequency I'm picking up on is there's Leos that have been ignoring something on some level, a deeper need, a deeper inner calling, a deeper desire, because you have been, it's almost like, I can't do that yet. There's no time. I can't do that till the end of the year. I've got to save up a bit of money. Whatever the case might be, there's these responsibilities, but something ends this week, and maybe this niggling has been showing up since Cancer season, okay? You might very well be connected to a Scorpio, is what I do want to say, Leo. Okay, let's take a look. But, this issue and energy of blame, it can certainly come up within our connections. It can certainly come up within self. It can certainly be directed at us or, from us. I accept my responsibility for my well-being. But you know what, Leo, I'm really going to look at this and say, we can push ourselves, and we get to a point where we're just like, I just saw a beautiful, very simplistic, powerful quote that said, if I do not honor my wellness, I will need to deal with my illness. And we all know this. Ignoring these niggling doubts, whether it is that deeper, I need a break, or maybe take some time off. Like, I feel like I'm connecting to Leos that are really pushing themselves on some level, or pushing things down is what I do want to say, because by the end of the month, okay, within 4 weeks, you're really going to be able to let go. The grief card doesn't necessarily just mean you are dealing with grief. I can certainly be connecting to Leos that are going through that grieving process, okay? Because you've kept yourself so busy doing all this stuff. I'm not even going to say none of it's yours. That's not true, but a lot of it isn't, okay? I feel like I'm even connecting to Leos that are keeping themselves busy so as not to deal with grief on some level. But there is a letting go. The grief card shows up when there is a closure, when there is an ending, and I feel that's what many Leos are going to experiencing at the end of the month. Does it mean you're going to quit your job? Well, no. Does it mean that massive chapters are ending? Probably not. It could be. But it's like something about the way you fulfill your 9 to 5 is what I do want to say, Leo, is what I'm feeling, because I feel like there's this responsible part of you that is choosing to maintain discipline, choosing to maintain patience when you haven't probably processed adversity, okay? So maybe you went through some challenges, maybe you went through tricky times, or really you're just processing a lot of hard-working energy. Look, there's that grief again. Above all of this is the Three of Swords. Now, the Three of Swords can certainly talk about a 3-year time frame. Maybe you've set yourself a 3-year goal, okay? But above all of this, there's this heartbreak, okay? All masks are off when the Three of Swords show up, and certainly the visuals show us that the swords, which rule the mind and the heart, are piercing and melding together. Maybe I'm connecting into Leos that in the recent past became single, okay? And as you built your foundations, as you built your new life, whatever the case may be, this was this lingering thing, but you were too busy working, too busy focused on stuff. Like, that's what I'm feeling here. And definitely I'm connecting into Leos that have been guided towards new chapters in many ways and endings on some level. But if this is your story, I do feel like the remnants of this energy will potentially come up during the month of August for you for healing, okay, for release on some level. That is a possibility. this is also a very strong focus on my individual success, my self-sufficiency, my financial success, my career growth, my achievements. So a very big focus on this is beautiful while we've got that energy and drive, but certainly that same energy needs to be balanced with rest periods. That's what I'm picking up the strongest, Leo. Like there's Leos that are pushing themselves either to distract themselves, either to set up a life for themselves because of a past that looked like this on some level, okay? But there's a heartbreak here that may not have been integrated, is what I do want to say. And if you're wondering where your lack of drive and vitality is, I feel like there's this unprocessed grief energy, okay? This is you at the center of your reading, Leo. This is you really going, you know, this King of Wands energy is ruled by Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. He is the masculine embodiment of that divine fire. So if I'm connecting into Leos that are starting to lose their spark, lose their enthusiasm for path, this is what this is about, okay? This is about you going, God, I don't even have fun anymore. I'm not even sort of doing things that mean a lot or bring the life and light back into my eyes and my life because I'm overburdened with responsibilities. This is the story I'm picking up the strongest. August offers you an opportunity to really get raw and real with yourself, really mend and also blend head and heart when it comes to the past and what you need right now. Because there's something underneath this that you're really uncertain about. Maybe you're second guessing yourself and you're questioning yourself based on the recent choices you've made. Okay, maybe this goes back to Aries season in April is what I do want to say, or back to Virgo season last year, which is the end of August. So fast forward a year, you've achieved a lot. Okay, there are prominent themes here in that time frame where you're processing this. You're processing these deeper desires, you know, to be self-sufficient, to be successful on your own. To really embrace this Leo fire of action, drive, confidence, a surety of self and path. And I've made the decisions I've made because I'm really connected to my why. And if that's you, that's great. You've actually got a lot of beautiful energy because you've followed trust, okay? You've been able to release a lot of the stuff that has held you back. There's some beautiful third eye, solar plexus, and sacral chakra upgrades here for those Leos. All right, but I do want to say those same Leos have really fostered discipline and patience through adversity or because of adversity, and you're now really welcoming some sense of peace. You know, these ecliptical cycles, these planetary retrogrades, they're all cyclical. So every single Leo is not going to be experiencing these frequencies at exactly the same time. The storyline some of us kick off with now might be something another zodiac on the same zodiac, I should say, has already experienced in the last year. So they're experiencing the harvest, you know. It's no different to farming. When we kick off, there's a lot of work. There's this toiling and preparation of the soil and really understanding the cycles of the weather and when's a great time to plant. And there's going to be some farmers that are just preparing. There are other farmers that have been nurturing the seeds that are in the ground, and there are other farmers still that are harvesting, okay? So this is what I'm picking up on. When I say frequencies, when I say stories, and I'm picking up on 2 or 3 different things, I'm definitely picking up on Leos that are at the point that they're not quite sure, because this retrograde energy is coming up into our conscious awareness because we are smack bang in the retrograde season. Retrogrades are about going through the past, going to the subconscious, making the subconscious conscious. So there are definitely Leos that will be bringing to an end responsibilities, ways of living, connecting, the way you do your routine. You're going to change some things by the end of August. There are also certainly some Leos that have committed to that, and they're watching the fruits of their labor, like this boss-like energy. Like I'm really connected into this Aries season. Aries might be significant for you, but Mars being in Aries is genuine drive. Like that is complementary to you guys in many ways, Leo. Now, if you're not feeling that, that is the potential for you while Mars is in Aries until the end of the year. You really can embrace this genuine fire within, okay, this genuine boss-like energy, this masculine energy, male or female. The masculine energy is about action. It is not just the dreams and the goals and the going in and hoping things will work. This is actually acting on our deeper desires, the bigger goals we have, embracing that with full confidence. Like, this is beautiful, powerful energy. And if you're not feeling that, Leo, that is the gift. And maybe August then for you is about really getting in touch with the inner voice, getting in touch with the intuition. If you're finding the 9-to-5 grind a little bit too much, the distractions aren't working anymore because you're trying to meet responsibilities and maintain this discipline and patience, you'll know in yourself which story is right for you. Okay, maybe you are connecting into an Aries, maybe you're connecting into another fire sign, but you've got a mix of everything here. But what I'm actually feeling, like, you've got earth, you've got fire, you've got the swords, you've got cups. But what I feel like I'm missing here is, because I'm in the moonlight, underneath all of this, I'm in the moonlight and I'm not experiencing the sunlight. You know, when do you get to show up? When do you get to feel like you're at the center of your own? Like, there's some good stuff coming here. There's some great stuff coming here. If you choose to connect into what this inner voice is wanting to tell you, Leo, what I'm feeling is like there's at the center of your reading, as far as your energy cards go, is this energy of blame. We and we alone are responsible for our own well-being. If you're not feeling happy, if you're not feeling this charge, this fire, this certainty, there's a beautiful opportunity in August to feel that. And if not, you know, what do you need to do to be able to rest? What do you need to be able to pull back? What do you need to do to be able to ask yourselves the questions that will give you the answers as to what this actually is for you? Like, what does that mean to you? I can sit here and tell you this is beautiful, powerful, confident energy with drive, ambition, and success. But what does that actually mean to you? And it's going to be unique to every single one of you, you know, this boss-like energy, what you can achieve between now and next April. While Mars is in Aries, I'm really feeling this, like that fire. And if you don't feel like you're embracing this genuine drive and fire and this passion for path, there's an amazing opportunity for you to connect into that. Like, it's Lionsgate today. Like, I know that it's Lionsgate, but a lot of the big cats are calling. My nephew has, you know, recently been obsessed with cheetahs, and I just realized I was wearing a cheetah shirt. The big cats call to us all. This beautiful, like, they are pack animals, yes, but they're powerful in their solitude. They're powerful on their own. Like, maybe I'm connecting into some Leos that felt like they had something to prove on some level because of a breakup, because of an ending on some level. And it was just like head down, bum up energy. I'm going to make this work for me. I'm going to make it. I'm going to, you know, but there's deeper heart callings. There's something has to end here and be let go of, okay? Whether that is your past, the grief you haven't given yourself time to process. This is the strongest story I'm feeling. Because there's a beautiful opportunity to really connect to this solar plexus energy, okay? Is what I do want to say, Leo. Let's pick a healing card for you, my love, for the month of August. It feels like an amazingly empowered month. And I get it. There are many of you that are probably connecting into that empowerment. So glow and grow. You guys have maintained that discipline. You have pushed through adversity. You really can define what peace means to you because you've accepted the bravery that was required of you to truly surrender, okay, after a lot of indecision, and you're experiencing growth and abundance. Like, I feel this very strongly for some of you, but there are others that are on the same frequency, just at an earlier part in the story, perhaps, you know, and they're processing grief, they're processing this need to let go of an old version of themselves, an old way of doing things, old beliefs, and it might be conflicting, you know, because cognitive dissonance is uncomfortable. You've got the Hangman. Stepping away, pulling away, taking a break. That could be a weekend away. That could be a week off work. Take it however it resonates. New places, new faces will always give us... I'm going to go for that one. New places, new faces will always give us a refresh and a new set of eyes and way in which to look at self and our challenges. Self-love. This is what's hiding. What can you do for self this month that is an act of self-love, Leo? Whether that is taking some time off, going to get your nails done, going to get a massage, waking up every day and telling yourself how proud you are of self because of how far you have come, love. Whether you create a beautiful vision board, whether you create, like, there's this beautiful innocence that I feel that you hide from the world underneath a tough exterior. And your heart is the light of the sun. And yes, the sun is super powerful. Like, we wouldn't go walking towards the sun, you know, if we were able to, because we would be burned alive. And that engulfment energy, that power, is certainly something you guys are really good at putting on the surface. But underneath, there's just this innocence of this reindeer, like, it's that deer energy, which is what you guys are at the heart of everything. And you don't show that to people, not easily anyway. And I really feel there are some Leos perhaps that are, still connected into remnants and energies that might have resembled this heartbreak energy that you haven't truly processed on some level. You've kept yourself busy, you've kept your routine full. You know, August is really giving you an opportunity to ask yourself, what does self-love mean? What does an act of self-love? Because you do so much for everyone else. You are so responsible. The Leos I'm picking up on, there's a lot of things on your plate, a lot of responsibilities, and that's beautiful. But how do you fuel your car up? You know, if you didn't do that every week, you wouldn't be able to drive it. It's the same thing with you, love. Okay, that's what I'm feeling the strongest. Something about 16. Okay, there's a blending here of water and land, like really getting practical with the emotions and allowing those emotions to ground that you perhaps haven't allowed yourself to feel in relation to something that may have happened around Christmas time, is what I do want to say. Okay, I'm feeling it. It's really hidden, this grief. Like, you don't show it in the everyday. It's a moment. And it could have happened years ago. I'm not sure what it is, but it's your deeper feelings that you've been carrying, is what I want to say, Leo. All right, because there's this amazing empowerment and growth and abundant energy and really connecting in. Like, don't forget what this looks like. This is you in your masculine energy, whether you are male or female. This is actually acting on the divine fire, creative energy that you are. You're not just thinking it, dreaming it, you're actually doing it. And then there's the Emperor, he is the king of all kings. He's not just the king of wands. He's really empowered masculine energy, and the masculine energy is about action. Like, we're not just talking, this energy is really strong for you, and it's a very strong potential for the remainder of the year. But I feel like for some Leos, there is a healing moment that August can offer, or at least the final letting go, okay, of chapters, versions of yourself, connections, any part of yourself that didn't love self on some level when it come to your beliefs and choices, even in your everyday routines. Maybe even starting to simplify that by saying, you know what, I'm going to get a massage every fortnight. I'm going to go get my nails done once a fortnight. I'm going to write a gratitude journal and tell myself how grateful I am for all the choices I've made that led me to here. Take it however it resonates. I feel like there's a beautiful healing that can happen in August, but I feel like it's more like a routine too. Keep doing it. Watch how much love comes into your heart, into your life, when you keep choosing to love self. And self-love sometimes looks like a boundary when we say no. Self-love sometimes looks like, sorry, can't come into work today, I'm not feeling well, and you choose to have a mental health day. Okay? Self-love sometimes looks like turning the phone on silent so we are not interrupted and we can just hear the birds. Take it however it resonates, Leo. Do the things that feel like self-love. You deserve your own love. You are the sun. It is vitality and it is life force. That was your August reading, my dear. I hope you got something out of that. If so, please do like, share, and comment. And by all means, let your other empath and sensitive friends know where to find the channel Indigo Ascension, which is for empath, sensitives, and intuitives. If you haven't already, go ahead and check out Instagram, where I do the weekly quick reads. All right? The ones for August the 10th are already up. Have a beautiful month of... Where are we up to? August. Have a beautiful month of August, Leo. You deserve to celebrate yourself as you enjoy the final few weeks of your birthday season. Until next time, take care.